Hi, I'm Robin Miller. This is the story about how I came out of the darkness of homelessness through Illumination Foundation. I haven't had my own home in, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years. I had lost so much hope for my own life because I felt like I did everything you were supposed to do. I finally went back to college and not only did I get the degree, I worked so hard that I graduated at the top of my class. And I got the jobs and I did everything I was supposed to. And somehow this still happened to me. And it was my worst fear between my depression and my anxiety. And I also have been diagnosed with PTSD. Dealing with all of that, plus not having a stable place to stay, it was really hard for me to show up for all the classes I need to show up for. After 2 years, I was now finding myself unemployed. And that was absolutely earth-shattering for me because I loved what I was doing and I'd worked hard to do it. I absolutely lost all hope for my life and I just didn't care anymore. I had tried so hard to instill hope and inspiration in my students, and yet I had lost all of it for myself. If it wasn't for Illumination Foundation, I would be in that hopeless place right now instead of here talking to you today. I think that the face of homelessness is scary to people because deep down inside maybe people think, oh my gosh, what if that happened to me? And it could. We all have that feeling of not belonging sometimes, and we all have that feeling of nobody sees me or nobody hears me. I think isolation is something that is very common amongst all of us, whether we're homeless or not. Some of them have just given up hope. It's not that they want to be homeless. It's that they've hit so many obstacles they can't surmount that they just give up even wanting anything better for themselves. My life had become so unbearable to me. I was drinking daily. I was in 5 mental hospitals in 1 year because of either suicidal ideation or attempts. I drank a gallon of vodka and I took a bunch of pills in a very serious attempt to kill myself, and I almost succeeded. There was a moment in the ambulance when I felt that I had made a tragic and huge mistake. The social worker at Casa Colina Hospital, where I was at doing my physical rehabilitation, referred me to Illumination Foundation because I didn't have anywhere to go when I left the hospital. There was a therapist on site 5 days a week. That became crucial in my recovery there. You know, it just seems unreal to me that somebody would give me that much help. And it's gonna open up so many opportunities for me. They placed me right near colleges, so if I don't find employment doing anything else, I can always go back to teaching. If it wasn't for Illumination Foundation, like I said, I'd be, I don't know, I wouldn't be walking. I would probably still be in a wheelchair on the streets somewhere. It would be really hard to fight for a spot in a shelter from a wheelchair. One of the things that Homera suggested I do to restore a sense of purpose and meaning to my life was start writing again, because that's how I found a sense of purpose and meaning before. After thinking about it for a while, I decided I don't want to write about myself and I don't want to write about crocheting, but I can interview everybody else I'm here with because there was a lot of downtime there. We often just kind of sat outside and shot the breeze with one another, and we would hear each other's stories, and you know, getting to know these people, they became like a secondary family for me. And I was gonna write about them in a blog. And I was just gonna do this for myself, to restore a sense of meaning and purpose to my life. And then as I started interviewing people, I realized that not only was I doing that for myself, it was helping them a little bit too. I had people say things to me like, no one ever interviewed me like this before. And I realized that I was making them feel seen and heard. It became something that was meaningful and full of purpose. And it helped me and it helped the people that were around me. And it was the first time I felt like I wasn't helpless in a long time. Something extraordinary has been done for me. I don't think this story is just about me. It's about everybody who ever dedicates their life to helping homeless people. It's about everybody behind the scenes who made me possible. What you're seeing right now is me and my face, but there's a lot of people around me who made me and my face look this way. And I think Illumination Foundation and Brilliant Corners and Step Up and the people who choose to work for these programs, they're the extraordinary ones. Because I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for them.